This item is on the agenda twice, so the preceding one will, or the next one will be stricken. This is for ARPA Project 10068 for Engineering Culvert Inventory Project. 3 firms were shortlisted from our pre-qualified architect engineers consultants list. Those firms were CEC, Lochner, and EST Inc. The evaluation committee or the interview panel consisted of purchasing personnel and engineering personnel, and those score sheets were tallied, and the recommendation is for the award to go to EST Inc. for their services, and that is my recommendation to you as well.
Motion to accept the recommendation of the purchasing agent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, Chantel.
Thank you.
P card standard.
Standard, yes.
Okay, is there a motion for item 3?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then item 4 is the one to strike.
Yes, sir.
Motion to strike.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, now the opening of the bids.
Good morning.
Morning.
We have 4 bids this morning. The first one is communications earpiece for the Sheriff's Department. National Orders and Holzberg Communications. Bid number P23910-06. This is for new or used trench roller for District 1. Yellow House Machinery. Kirby Smith Machinery. Luby Equipment Services. Bid number CW23028 for janitorial supplies. Oklahoma Janitorial Supply. Interborough Packaging Corp. Unipack. Interline Brands. Staples. Pyramid Paper Company. Central Polybag Corp. Brady IFS. Classic Paper Supply. Marler and Company Incorporated. Harvey Cells. Bid number P3372-04. Crime Violence Intervention Program for JJC. Divine Wisdom Task was the only bid received. And that concludes the bids.
Motion to be tabulated and returned.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the claims?
Approve the claims. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any change to the blanket?
Yes, we have one request from MIS to add a requisition in the amount of $1,000 to Air Technologies for maintenance and repairs of the AC unit that's in there. And this is requisition number 123041717.
Motion to approve with those changes.
Second.
All in
Thank you.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Is there any individual consideration for the consent docket? If not, is there a motion to?
Approve consent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And I believe we have our employees of the month. You want to go ahead and take item 43 so they can return to work.
Good morning. It is Employees of the Month recognition. If we could have Christy Marshall come up.
Good morning. I would like to introduce Narita Gordon. Narita has been with us, she goes by Rita, since 2018 and has proven to be a jack of all trades, willing and able to step up to a wide variety of tasks, always pleasant, always diligent, always helpful with coworkers and clients. She is completely solid through stressful situations and shows great compassion and empathy. She's usually pretty quiet and then will catch you off guard with a quick sense of humor. She's the type of employee every department would love to have, dependable, flexible, and likes to stay busy. And we are fortunate to have all of her excellent qualities as part of our team.
Congratulations. If you'll wait right here, we'll come down in just a second.
IT.
Good morning. This is Miss Deidre Brown. There are hopefully not many people out here who don't know Deidre. Deidre has been with the county since 2002. She's working on 21 years of service for the county. Deidre has always been our telecommunications expert, and she has also in the last few years transitioned into a level 2 engineer where she is working on more servers and more advanced technologies and hardware. All I can tell you about Deidre is she is a exemplary employee. She gives 110% every single day. She has almost been single-handedly the person who helps telecommunications here at the county. There are a lot of words I could use to describe Ms. Brown, but absolutely fantastic is the first one that comes to mind. And I'm so proud to give her an award.
Get a picture real quick.
On the side. Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations.
Motion to approve the employees of the month.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now returning, is there any other guests that are here for another item that we could hear? I don't want to keep anybody waiting that doesn't otherwise have to. Okay, seeing none, District 1.
Yes, Commissioners, the next two items are both agreements with the City of Del City for improvements to their roads. They will be reimbursing us 100% for both projects. So if you have questions, I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, I'll move both 33 and 34.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Did you catch that, Sharon, on the motion for both of them? Okay. District 2 has got a legal services contract with Pierce Couch, one of our pieces of litigation.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And a like item in 36.
Motion to approve.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And unfortunately, I received the letter of resignation from Adam Luck from the jail trust, and this is just put forward for it to be accepted into the record.
Yep, I was sad to hear about this one, but motion to accept into the record.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. And later, I'll be appointing a new member to the Planning Commission, but this is the other seat on the Planning Commission for District 2. Unfortunately, Ben is having to resign, so I will move to receive his resignation with regret.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. District 3.
Item 39 was a carryover, as previously discussed. It's the road funding policy, equitable sharing of lane miles for our funds. It's a policy decision for commissioners that statewide commissioners do this. This is, it's lined out how the monies would be attached in the item. I believe it's 43, 33, 25. Don't quote me on that because it doesn't add up, but it's something very close to that.
Yeah, and I had a chance to review this with a couple of other counties and how they do it. And so if it's going to be changed, I want to thank you for doing it to where it's equitable by the mile responsibility that the district holds. I found that some commissioners statewide, it's just random how they have assigned the percentages. So I appreciate that. I know that Brandy was trying to meet with your office to discuss this, and it just wasn't able to be between people leaving town and stuff. Is it possible that she can meet with you before we approve this? I know you're in need of it, but we've gonna have to have an adjustment for our overhead if this goes.
I mean, Brandy and I are meeting today at 10:30, so.
I'm even happy to reconvene later today if you can have a discussion. But it's going to impact us pretty considerably. We're going to have to do some sort of reduction.
Yeah, we can defer it. So motion to,
All right. You available this afternoon?
no, it's just.
I'm not trying to put you off. I'm just trying
No,
to see if
the,
there could be a.
The fix, Brandy and I discussed pretty in-depthly about how we can go forward with doing some of these things. There are some additional balls in the air that will need to be resolved, and the 2 weeks might actually be beneficial to District 3. Now, the more I think about it, so I've got no problem deferring this until the next agenda.
Commissioner, can you kind of give me an idea of what this might look like?
What do you mean?
Well, if we're talking about adjustments, where you think you may be headed?
Well, I can just stay for us. I mean, there's going to have to be a staff reduction. No one likes to utter those words into a microphone in an open meeting to scare everybody to death, but this will have approximately $500,000 a year fiscal impact on District 2. So we cannot continue to operate at this level. So I don't know if District 3 is amenable to hiring some of our staff or so that they don't lose their job in a RIF situation.
That was one of the things that Brandy and I had talked about. The draft will happen sometime in the next couple days. I'm kidding about the draft, but yes, so that's absolutely an amenable thing.
I would think that we would all be open to helping in that.
We don't want to put anybody out on the streets that doesn't need to necessarily be out on the streets, especially with everything going on right now. So those were some of the things that Brandy and I talked about, and unfortunately with scheduling and everything.
Yeah, I know how it
I'll
happens.
second the motion.
What day is this? Yeah, that's
Just
right.
Defer to that. Defer to February 7th.
27th, right?
27th.
Mhm.
That sounds great.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for your consideration in that
Absolutely.
regard. And I don't know if you're needing hires to, I mean,
We're we're happy to sit down with HR and discuss that.
Okay, thank you. This is for the CED funds.
This is, we're putting some panel hitches and then we're redoing the bottom of a dozer and we're gonna place an AED at our yard. So I'll happily make this motion.
Second?
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
When, Commissioner Bloom, get that, if you'll get it to me, I'll make sure CED gets it.
Oh, great, yeah,
Commissioner Bloom.
absolutely.
County clerk, Doug.
Thank you, Commissioners. This is the annual salary report that's required by state statute. We placed it before you and ask that you approve it being published for the citizens. Thank you.
And while you're here, I want to say thank you because you've done some extensive research for at least District 2 on some of the handbook considerations, and I appreciate your diligent research. If you ever ask Doug to get to the bottom of something, he will be thorough. So thank you for your work.
It's my pleasure. We've got a good handbook committee. Thank you, sir.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
Engineering?
Yeah, this item deals with a piece of property about 40 feet in width that we received back in 1941. It's just north off of Reno, east of Air Depot Boulevard. I suspect the intent was to build a road through there back in the day. It was never built. And then later on, about a block to the east, Glen Haven Drive was built. So this just was a 40-foot strip that really was a parking lot. Midwest City had asked us to release that to them. So the first part of this is a public hearing to determine if you declare that no longer needed for county purposes. And then if you do you want to transfer it to the city of Midwest City by quitclaim deed?
It's your district.
If there's no objection for anyone here in the public hearing part, then I'll move the approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Now part 2 to transfer it.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
Thanks, Stacy.
Oddly enough, Glen Haven was where my grandparents lived in Midwest City for quite a while.
There you go. Yeah, I did the
That
clerk.
was,
42 was 2 parts, I believe.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
I moved both parts of 42.
Are we gonna? Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Aye.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, we did 43, item 44, MIS. Dane?
Good morning. Our office has had a request from the Criminal Justice Institute for some Aegis data for a project they're working on with CJAC. We're happy to accommodate this and work with them, but it's your data. Are you okay with that?
Do we, I don't recall, perhaps you all do, of a request of a similar nature, and if so, was there an agreement to outline the purposes for which the data would be used? That's the first question I have. Secondly, in this request, I know they want Aegis data, but what data specifically? Obviously, there's certain things that I would think would be
Correct. I believe it's
unwise to release.
Yeah, I believe it's judicial data as far as court dates, sentencing.
But
I can't go into, I don't know that much detail on it.
names, date of births, what other socials, if applicable, what are we talking about? Because some of that would need to be scrubbed, I would
think so.
Maybe they could, are they here? Morning.
Hi, I'm Molly Robustelli with the Crime and Justice Institute, so I can speak a little bit more to answer your questions.
Thank you.
So we are not looking for personal identifiable information. It would be looking at the historical trends that Aegis has to be able to look at trends over time, which is not possible through Carpel. So we have 10 years of jail data currently from the Oklahoma County Jail and are looking to have the court data supplement the jail data to better understand court processing times and then sentencing and charge data to understand the landscape of jail sentencing. And then also taking a closer look at FTA rates because the jail data doesn't provide if someone is there on a warrant. So being able to see in the court data if that can speak to some of the cases for FTAs.
Is some of this information, are you also looking at OSCN because of their tracking of these cases?
So we're largely just looking through the jail tracker with the Oklahoma County Jail. I don't know actually. Sorry about the OSCN
okay.
specifically. If we've requested,
Morning, Tim.
I'll let yeah.
So OCN doesn't really have an easy mechanism to doing aggregate large kind of research. It only has individual cases, so you'd have to go through case by case.
So Tim, is there any issue with lining out exactly what it is that you're looking for?
No,
Just
and
to
I think
memorialize it?
they would have a data sharing agreement that they would enter into with MIS. I think this is just allowing that process to go forward.
No, this is step one.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
So
like I
this-
said, it's your data.
a
You wanna
discussion to see if we
participate.
want to move forward. Okay, so you'll put together some type, Tim, I assume you'll help put together some type of draft agreement. Okay.
Perfect.
Is time of the essence on this request?
I would say yes. We are looking to have the data analysis done over the next 2 months.
I mean, I think they have a pre-canned agreement that I guess they could share with Dane maybe by the 27th we would have.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if you could have it ready by then. Okay.
Perfect.
Which of course is 2 days before that to get on the agenda. Yeah. Okay.
Motion to approve.
Well,
To receive,
Well,
I guess.
I don't think
well,
we're,
to approve. Motion to instruct staff. How about that?
Okay, second that.
you want to clarify for Sharon on the motion?
Motion to instruct staff to proceed as discussed, to work with the CJAC for the data information.
Very good.
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Eric?
That item should have been under the consent agenda.
I wondered because
Yeah, that's
I didn't
fine.
know really what there was to say about it, so I thought there might have been something specific that you were highlighting for us.
No,
Okay.
error on my part.
No, it's fine. I just was concerned since I saw it out. All right. Is there a motion?
Motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then we get finally an appointment.
Yes, this is to appoint Greg Davidson to the Planning Commission. He's going to finish out the term of Miss Amy Martin. You know Mr. Davidson, he's been out in that part of the county, southeast part of the county for many, many years. He did a subdivision called Pine Meadows. He's a builder, been building homes at least as long as I've been with the county.
And we always have to do this. Is there any relation
No,
with you? Okay.
oddly enough, though, I mean, my uncle that works for the governor in Texas is Greg Davidson. So when I look down and I see this, I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah, it's a separate guy. All right, well, we thank Mr. Davidson for being willing to serve, especially since we just had our second resignation for District 2. In Ben's case, it's because he took a job, and in the case of Amy Martin, she has moved to the Edmond city limits, and so she's no longer eligible by law. So we thank Ms. Martin for her service, and I will move that we appoint Mr. Davidson.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, Brandy.
Good morning. Agenda item 47 is just a continuation of the conversation that we have had starting in the last Board of County Commissioners meeting regarding taking the administration of Shine and moving it under the Oklahoma County Community Services Department under Court Services away from District 2. And just to report, Policy and Governance has had the opportunity to have the conversations. Some excellent questions were asked and some information was provided, and Policy and Governance voted unanimously to go ahead and make this move.
That's good to hear.
And while that be their recommendation, is there any more discussion up here on the horseshoe?
As Commissioner, as you and I have discussed from the infancy of this program, it's always been our goal to make this a standalone independent that lasts long after you or I are here. So I'm happy that we took one extra step and just kind of fleshed it out and answered a couple of questions, and really appreciate you doing that. I understand that Eric has already moved over and everything's ready to rock. So as soon as we approve here, I guess we're taking that next step and that next hurdle. I want to say that I am more than willing to find any sort of funding and help grant in any way with funding in the future. If we need to commit money from the county budget to Shine and are able to do so, we can see the impact not only on our community but the impact on our jail populations, and we should definitely consider that in the future should it be needed.
Did you, some of your concerns in P&G, do you have any for me or that I can answer? I think Brandy was trying the best she could.
I think Commissioner Davidson addressed some of my concerns just now, and I know, Commissioner, you'll continue to do what you've done in the past, reaching out to municipalities, et cetera. My concern was just if the funding went away, what's next? Because I know you both want this program to live, as do we.
Yeah, so hopefully all of us. I would say that the current state of those grants, maybe that I can offer more directly than anybody else on the District 2 staff from my conversations with leadership of those municipalities, is that there's probably more money, and on our contracts that we have existing, we leave money on the table because we're not even fully maxing out all the billable hours we could charge against those because of we don't have enough crews. And the reason I haven't hired any more crews is because at the current time, we have no more participants to really spread. It would be a crew without participants, which would sort of defeat the purpose. So in the event that there's some of these reforms coming through the court system that we are hearing about, and I've met with Ms. Bahana and her commitment to seeing what she could do from her office is key, and Mr. Ravitz again renewed his deal. If in fact we are bulked up, I want the board to have comfort knowing that there's additional capacity with the existing contracts. And I have nothing but assurances from the city leadership that they're as ever committed to renewing them when they're up, just like we are on a fiscal year for renewal. So I have no reason to doubt. So in other words, I won't come running back here to the budget board right now and say that, you know, the sky's falling, I'm putting this here, and then 4 months later you got to work that into the budget. The one thing that does change with this is the potential for there needing to be purchases of equipment, and that might be anomalies because obviously the highways bottom, and then later, you know, the cost of those is established by the auditor, and we pay that daily rate back. So that's the only difference, but the equipment that we're handing over is operatable and sufficient for the crews that we have presently. And I also want to publicly thank the sheriff, who in also subsequent to our last meeting, I've gotten a chance to visit with him, and he is willing to absorb the maintenance at his substation, which will be not only closer than the District 2 barn, but and just like we do with other BOCC departments, we'll reimburse the sheriff for whatever costs they are on out of them. But he believed that their expertise and their mechanics was sufficient to handle the pieces of equipment. So that and the engineering department being willing to help with the requisitioning, I think we have fully thought out all the aspects of it, and I hope you guys.
I do have just one question.
Uh-huh.
If we're moving this under Grant, Grant has requisitioning and receiving officers, wouldn't it just make sense to have that all?
Well, it was my understanding that he did not have a requisitioning officer, that he uses Jessica and MIS. Isn't that correct, Grant?
Okay.
And then the thought was she's doing it for a couple of departments and it would be an extra load. So we didn't just go out looking for a way to keep this thing being all busted up, but I was trying to hear everybody's concerns. All right, any other discussion? If not, I'll make the motion that it be transferred over to community service. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Brandy and P&G, for all your work on going through this, and the District 2 staff who've helped me with this all these many years. Sheriff.
48 is requesting the permission to renew our contract conversations with the Highway Safety Office. We've been doing this since the 90s, and this is just asking the board's permission to re-engage in conversation with the Highway Safety Office.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. And this is to approve an award from Homeland Security for trailer repairs for our agricultural emergency disinfectant trailer, and the amount is $889.50.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Treasurer's Office.
I assisted the treasurer's office with this item, so I can speak to that or answer any questions that you may have. They are engaging with a new vendor for their credit card payment processing, as the item states. And if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer that for you.
I appreciate the treasurer doing this. I know that I got more than a few phone calls about angry taxpayers that had paid through the credit card, and there was a delay between their payment and the credit card company was literally writing a check, and that payment, that little time span there kicked them over into fines and fees. So
Yes, this agreement will be able to allow them to upgrade their systems and have newer ability to do newer things with
real time. Excellent.
the
Motion
credit
to
cards.
approve if there's no further questions.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Chantel, for filling in. Commissioner comments, District 1. 3.
No, thank you.
Any new business? If not, is there a motion to recess into executive session?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ready? Is there a motion to return to regular session?
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, item 55.
Hold on a second. Commissioner, I'll make a motion to disclaim subject to any unpaid property taxes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
56.
I believe this one is the same, so I will make the motion to disclaim subject to any unpaid property taxes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
57.
Did we, okay, 57 is motion to waive service.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Sorry, I was asking about 58, did we? We discussed two properties and then,
And then this one is to waive service.
where did Aaron go? Okay, motion to waive service. I don't, that's not right on this one. This one's. Where did?
Oh, you're right. I
Yeah,
think
where-
that was for 57. Hey, Brandy, can you see if Aaron is in there?
Because we did not discuss,
Aaron,
there she is.
we're confused.
We didn't discuss item 54.
54, that's,
Yeah. So 54 is just the reason to exempt. Okay, so
Okay.
same thing with, so 58 is also a duplicate, meaning the action aspect of it?
so
Okay, so
move to strike.
motion to strike.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any citizens wishing to be heard? I'd like to say a special happy birthday to Jessica. Happy birthday. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I just realized there's not a clock on this computer.
You don't have it down here at the bottom?
Yeah. I don't know that I like this one more or less than the other one. I don't like going in and viewing the individual item and having to kick all the way back. But yeah. No, there'll be a join. There it is. If you'll hit that refresh. Well, I joined it, but it didn't.
You just, yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, I'll call the PBA together. Trustees Davidson and Mon are present. It was properly posted on February 1st. Is there approval of the minutes for January 17th?
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the claims?
To approve claim.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 3 is to appoint Don Cash to the PBA Advisory Committee.
No. It's what? Yeah, I've got bids.
Well,
What agenda?
So then I had the minutes of January 17th, so that's wrong too.
Yeah. That sounds right. There we go.
Okay, well, for clarity, we're approving the minutes of February 6th. Do we need to remotion that? Probably. I'll move that.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sorry for my screw up on that. Okay. The claims were fine. Now opening of the bids. Amber, sorry.
It's okay. We have one bid, P23420-05. This is for the 5th floor demolition in ICB. Customer First LLC, Rios Junk Removal, Knowledge Works Environmental LLC, Total Demolition, and Midwest Wrecking. That concludes the bids for PBA.
Move they be calculated and returned.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Move the parking contracts.
Motion to move and approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The report of fees for January.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Motion to approve the PBA report of fees.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. These cash funds we could take all together.
What do we got? 7 through 11. Motion to approve items 7 through 11.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any citizens wishing to speak for the PBA? Seeing none, is there any board comments? Any new business? Is there a motion to adjourn? Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.